What did I do to my phone stand? Okay. Hello, Rich and Rated Frog, sorry. Fixing a light. All right, hello guys, EWC Linda, good to see you. All right, let's get this plugged in. Peace and joy, your fave Max, all the people are coming in. Chazi, hello. Earrings. Rich with a select batch of members only emojis. Oh man, Premier League this weekend. How we feeling, guys? Wasn't the best for Chelsea, but what can you do? Can't win them all. Happy life, great to see you. All right, I gotta get a trivia question in here. How are you guys doing? You guys should share your highlight of your weekends in the chat if you'd like to share. In the meantime, I'm gonna add a poll question here. Guess my least favorite, favorite class in, or subject in school. Was it? Oh, come on. Try to get these done so fast so that I'm not just sitting here typing. Okay. Guess my least favorite subject in school. Boom, here we go. Poll is ready. Remember, guys, the right answer to my poll questions is never the first option. So here it is for some of you floating up here. Excuse me, guess if you can, see if you can guess correctly which subject I liked the least in school. Doesn't mean I was bad at it. I just didn't like it at all. It really was not fun. All right, Back to the Future. Hello, Paul Rivera is here. I picked up some New Balance shoes today. Paul Rivera, I love hearing that because you know what I have on my to-do list? Buy new running shoes. I'm gonna be starting my half marathon training here pretty soon. And I have had I always have at least 2 pairs of running shoes that I'm running in simultaneously, because in case one of them gets messed up in some way, I don't have to break in a new pair. So, but the thing is, both of my pairs of Brooks, that's the model of shoe, the brand of shoe that I run in, they are both so old. Oh, the Lucky Sheba! I got it, I think. I got it. Thank you, Ernest. Wow, Gianna Forever, you've been a member for 10 months. Dude, that is awesome. Okay, let me get my dono tracker out here. That is so cool. Let me make sure to get a screenshot of that. Yay, amazing. Back to the Future. Oh, NC is saying hi to Back to the Future. Hi to NC. Let me circle back up here because I know I'm behind a little bit. Peace and Joy is guessing biology. Antonio Salazar, good to see you. S Bingo. Why am I wearing Christmas earrings? I just wear these in all of my live streams pretty much because people like them. Thank you, Billy Barcroft. Faith is here. Gabriella Lundrigan, thank you. Sorry, my phone stand just got all wobbly, so it's a little bit teeter-tottery. NC is guessing biology. Why do you say of course? Thank you, Kevin Garner. Faith says you sound like a teacher, LOL, which is not bad. I get that a lot. The two most common professions that people guess I work as are nurse and teacher. I don't know which one of those two is more popular. I have worked as a teacher. Okay, all of my teaching jobs. I worked for a year as an English teacher. I worked, I'm trying to think. In grad school, I was a teaching assistant for at least one class. I think just one. So I've been a teaching assistant, and I was a soccer coach for one summer. That's like a teacher role. Peace and joy. The day was okay overall. A little bummed out with the world events. I did go shopping today. I picked up veggies for my garden and some firewood. Fun, fun, fun. Hello, unknown. NC. Adopt Granny Sam. Elizabeth. Let's see. Slimy language. Why so positive? You can always choose to have a positive attitude no matter what's going on. Elizabeth, Jaden Thomas, Adopt Granny Sam, Rick Nichols. All of the above for the subjects, okay. Raphael Adam said hi. Lara Deerling. Hello, Brent Finseth, nursing. Yaba is here. Adopt Granny Sam, happy life. Adam is saying maths. You must be in the UK because we don't say maths here. Unknown. I'm doing good, unknown. I had a really nice weekend, honestly. It felt like a really great combination of getting tons of sleep, very restful, getting stuff done. I got chores done. I did meal prepping for this week. Stocked my refrigerator, which was super, like not totally, but very empty a couple days ago. I worked on YouTube stuff. I posted some videos. I posted a members only short yesterday. And then I posted a short, I think that everyone can see today for pizza dough crust. What else? Oh, and then of course I watched Premier League this weekend. Can't miss that. Adopt Granny Sam is asking, what do you work as right now? I'm a data analyst. Faith is asking elementary. If you're asking like elementary school teacher, I taught, when I was an English teacher, I taught grades, I think my youngest were 7th graders through 11th graders. So like middle school and high school. NC says, because I know you, Hannah. Okay. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you, Daniel. Adam says, I hated maths. I just love that you guys say maths over there. I think it's so cool. Car Loving Music, Debo, thank you so much. Unknown. I'm drinking a mocha right now. Decaf mocha, and it's so tasty. All right. Thank you, Debo. Monique. Great to see you, Monique. Thanks for being here. Mark is here. Is a Hufflepuff maybe? Abdi Al-Hake. Gerald is saying mathematics. Back to the Future guest physics. Scarlett, good to see you. Erna saying, I helped Rick move a huge planter and powered love seat. Then I made dinner for him and his family. Genevieve. Hello. Emmanuel says freckles. Yes. Don't know what that is, Brian. Yaba says, I know which one it's not. Quidditch. Mostly folders. I had a friend growing up who was also American but still insisted on saying maths. That to me just feels a bit... that feels like attention-seeking behavior because anyone in the US, pretty much, if you were to talk about subjects in school and you said maths, people would be like, math? I think you mean math? That feels like wanting to catch people's attention. Like intentionally saying what no one says here. Back to the Future, slimy language. Ravens fan. DG says party time. Turn up, turn up. Ernest says, FYI, Brian W.D. Tolley. I'm not seeing that. Maybe I'll see it. Andreas, grüß dich, wie geht's dir? DVK says, I will 100% not math. Jorge, Eduardo, thank you so much for your live stream. You're welcome. I love being on here. It's very fun. Okay, someone is spamming. I'm not catching who this is. Maybe it's not coming through on my side. I don't know. Jahanur is an art student. We got Sigma Boy, Timinator. Okay, you're on hiatus from YouTube. Gotcha. When I read your message, it sounded like you were done. So I was like, oh, farewell, Timinator. Jahanur, favorite subject, philosophy. I liked philosophy. It was kind of bundled in with political science classes because that's what I got my undergrad degree in. Thank you, Sigma Boy. Kevin, hope you had a wonderful day, Sunday. Let's go United, man. Yeah, I mean, you guys, congrats on your win. It was disappointing for Chelsea. Ooh, did not go well. Could have gone better. Kevin has been up since 7 a.m. All right. Sounds like you get up and you make the most of your weekends. Or you made the most of today at least. All right, I'm going to throw on some Outlander here. Joshua's here. Kevin, the pole, those beautiful earrings. All right, let's get Outlander here. Zach is here. Hello. Gianna. Yes, love it. Love to see it. Slimy Language says, lol, you're funny. Outlander, great show, music. Totally agree. Totally agree. Love the acting. Love the aesthetic. Love the greenery, the landscape, the accent. I find Scottish accents to be so fun to listen to because I can understand everything they're saying, but I'm like, the word choices are interesting. I mean, this is set in the 1700s, so it's like not modern English. God, there was this really, oh my God, I have to share this one. This will live in my memory forever. So there on Outlander. Here, before I ramble, let me make sure to get kind of caught up here. Andrea says, biology was mine until end of high school. Jahanur, feel better soon. If you spam, you are gone. So don't be one of those people because we will bid you farewell for good. Mark Preston. Corey Manning. Hi, Corey. Kevin, math was my least favorite subject. I loved history and English, wanted to be a history teacher and coach the soccer team. Interesting that you ended up in nursing. What made you go into nursing then? If your favorite subject in school, your favorite subjects, it sounds like, were history and English. Clesio Domingos, good to see you. Dan is here. Snokamo. Kevin, the options for the poll. Guess my least favorite subject in school. The options are Quidditch. It's not Quidditch. Math, biology, and physics. Ernest says, I can be a troll, so I can spot trolls well. Dan, DVK Outlander definitely does a great job putting you back in time. Oh my gosh, my favorite genre of all time is historical fiction. And that's exactly what Outlander is. It's the best of both because it's not completely made up stuff, but it's not completely nonfiction either. You're getting like a creative story, fictional characters, cool storylines, but you're learning about historical events at the same time. So for me, it's like I love both fiction and nonfiction. So historical fiction is my favorite genre of book, of TV show, movie, whatever. All right, Mike Ferguson is here. Hello. Joe Calderon says, do you like pumpkin pie? I do. I have a pumpkin pie recipe on my channel if you want to check that out. Yeah, no spamming in the chat. Thanks, Back to the Future. Timinator, I'll be making contact again either in the middle of March or April 1st. Okay, sounds good. Oh, Kevin, gotcha. Davey says school was my least favorite subject. Okay. Big Hoss, Ernest. I remember Quantum Leap. That was the historical fiction I grew up with. DVK, yes, my all-time favorite genre as well. A story that shares real events. Yep. It's so fun. Reaper! Yay! Thank you, Reaper. Ooh, I gotta update my dono list. Jeez, I didn't do that. Reaper. Oh, crap. What was before? Oh, Gianna used the membership. Gianna, forever, 10 months. And then there was one that I took a screen. Oh, it was Ernest with the Shiba Inu. All right. Thank you, Reaper. Dimdam, thank you. Timinator says, I'm taking a hiatus because I'm finding no joy and I never have time to play the games I want to play on my own. Yeah, your time is to do with as you please. So if you'd rather spend your time doing other stuff, that is your right to do so. Cheers, Reaper. Kevin says, made some decent money this week dashing. Nice. Love it. Math is in the big lead, 42%. Yep. Okay, so, oh, Wesley is here, Reaper, Burke. Yep, I get Sade quite a few times on here as the most common celebrity lookalike. People would say, I think people would say Sade. There's this, we're going to talk about Outlander because that's what I'm watching right now. There's this, like, I mean, it's the 1700s, so there's just behavior we would consider to be super inappropriate and creepy and cancelable was just, like, normal back in those days. Oh, shudder. But there was this one scene where the main female character, Claire, is, there's a guy who's interested in her. And for a second, she thinks that he means to, he wants to get married to her. Like, he's putting himself forward as a candidate for her husband. Oh, this line made me laugh out loud, but I was like, oh my God, shudder. And he was like, she's like, are you putting yourself forward as like a candidate for my husband? Is that what you're proposing? And he's like, while the thought of grinding your corn tickles me, it is not I who will be your husband. And I was like, grinding your corn? Creepy. But I just thought that line was so funny. I'd never heard anything like that before. Hello, Ivan Sinu. Let's see, Burke. DVK says, I love origin stories. Forrest Gump, don't laugh. Taught me a lot when I was a kid, lol. Kevin, chilling with the two dogs. Cute. Sounds cozy. Sounds like a perfect Sunday night. Matthew Basketball is here. Good to see you, Matthew. Happy Sunday. Back to the Future, thank you. Smash that like button by double tapping your screen. Kevin Salter, beautiful day in the 60s. Not for us. It was actually in the 20s and 30s today, so it was chilly. Matthew, I'm doing good. I got decent sleep. Got up and watched the Chelsea versus Arsenal game. It was not the best outcome for Chelsea, but oh well. Still fun to watch it. Thank you, Sober Guy. F. Shams, Kevin, 40s tomorrow. I think the temps are looking better for this coming week here in Minneapolis. DVK, what made you decide to start a channel? I'm curious. Great vibe. I always stop on your channel. Great conversationalist. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would say live streaming is my favorite part of YouTube, but I really love making videos as well. So I started this YouTube channel in September of 2020. So my channel is 5.5 years, gonna be 6 years old later this year in September. When I started this channel in September 2020, I was in my very first month of grad school because I was going for my Master of Public Health degree, COVID pandemic, life was just completely weird, and everything was just so in flux and bizarre that I thought to myself, I'm in school, I'm studying public health at a time when there is a global pandemic, and I might as well just start a channel and document this part of my life. And so I started this channel as a diary to just document my life and document what my life was like during the pandemic. And as time went on, it's like I would talk about my classes and things I was studying and whatever. But then it evolved into food. I've been vegan for 14 years. I love cooking and baking. I'm a lifelong runner. I love sports and fitness. And in my head, I was like, well, I'm not going to be a student forever. Like, eventually I will get my master's degree and then I'm going to be out of school. So this can't just be like a student themed channel forever, because I'll be done with school at some point. So then I was like, okay, then I can talk about like food, I can feature recipes on here, and then eventually it's like then I'm doing live streaming and fun brand collabs now. I wasn't monetized until last year, so it took me like 3.5 years to get monetized. But yeah, that's like the evolution of this channel. All right. Oh, dang it. I'm so sorry, guys. This phone stand is a little bit wonky. Thomas Russell, Yaba says, this week I've been sorting the barn out before lambing season. Cute. My uncle, who lives up north, who I talk about all the time, he goes down to Iowa and does lambing season with his brother, who has a farm. Excuse me. End of March, first due. Oh my gosh, a barn dance. Cute. But sorry, I get the hiccups when I drink stuff. I have a decaf mocha here. Bishop Bullwinkle, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Andre Carter is here. Monique is here. We got all the people coming in. Kevin says, just a pint of raspberries. Jalen, good to see you. Yes, I'm doing well. Hope the same is true for you. Mad Acoustic Physics is your least favorite on that list. Paul Rivera, Hannah in health, character in health, go Hannah in hand in hand, maybe. Ernest, phew, for a second I thought I was a lightweight. Shaika, hello. Megs is here. I've never punched anyone or anything in my life, so I don't know. Ernest says hi to Back to the Future. Patriots Cole, I've never heard Vanessa Hudgens before. I'm not Latina, if you're wondering. All right. Alma Gabriela. Hello, Alma. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, math is still in the lead, 42%. DVK says, I'm so glad you started Positivity as a Superpower, and you got it. It's the thing is, it's like when you read a lot about it and you consume a lot of content about mindset, and you have the power to decide your attitude and how you're going to think about things, it's like, it just sticks. You're like, yeah, I can't control everything that happens to me, but I have the power to control how I respond to it. So if like I don't know, something crazy happened. Like a tornado swept through Minneapolis, which is where I live. Tornado sweeps through Minneapolis, wipes out my home, wipes out all my stuff. That would suck, and it would be a huge disruption. And it's like, well, it happened, and I couldn't control the tornado, but I can decide how I react to this situation. I would say one of my heroes is Viktor Frankl. He's no longer alive, but he survived the concentration camps in World War II. And then he went on to be an author and motivational speaker. And his most famous book, or what he's most known for, is Man's Search for Meaning. And his whole mentality, having gone through one of the most horrific things in human history, he's like, they could take everything from us. They could do all these horrible things to us. They could, degrade us in all these ways. But what they couldn't ever take away from me was my power to keep a good attitude. Like, no one can take that away from you, because it's only in your mind. And I was like, dude, if that man can keep a good attitude and be that gritty in those circumstances, I got no excuses. So that man is a legend. His teachings and his opinions and his writings on mindset are like golden, because I'm like, that is so true. Anything can happen to you, but you have the power to keep a positive mind. Monique says, guess what, Hannah? I completed my first day of vegan meals. Oh my gosh, how did it go? And Monique, I'm also curious to know, what meals did you decide to make? Jahanur, Timinator. At first, one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube was hoping that the friends that ghosted me would come back in my life. Interesting. I don't see Vanessa Hudgens. I don't take it as an insult, though. I think she's beautiful, but I don't see the resemblance. Thanks, Back to the Future, awesome YouTuber, and Ernest too. Thank you. Shaika, you can choose to not panic. Kevin Salzer. Pete is guessing physics. Bishop Bullwinkle, I answered math, but I know you have a fear of needles. I should have chosen biology. Jalen, Hannah, I had 4 different scouts visit me about, oh my gosh, whoa, that's right. OMG, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Kansas State, and Virginia Tech. Do you have any preferences at this point? And does your son have any preferences at this point? Are either of you leaning toward one of these schools? That is so exciting. Dang. Wow. Madison Fredericks is here. Hello. Cosborn, this weekend was way too fast. Oh no. For me, it felt like it was kind of like not the longest weekend, but it was just, yeah, I feel like it was like a nice amount of time. Paul Rivera says, congrats to Jalen. Tronics choosing physics because math is used as well in physics. Madison, hey, hope you are doing well. Yes, I'm happy with this weekend and just the amount of rest that I was able to get. All right, Shaika, Andre Green Dre. Your least favorite subject was world history. Okay. All right, DVK, vegan 14 years, there had to be a point where you were like, no, I admire you. Is there an origin story to that? In terms of just like what my tipping point was, or if I ever got to a point where I was like, oh, I really miss regular food. So from ages 0 to 18, I was an omnivore. I was raised on all of the typical foods any millennial child would eat in the United States. So Lunchables, chicken nuggets, McDonald's, Arby's, Burger King, Wendy's, freezer aisle, like Blue Bunny ice cream, Dairy Queen, you know, everything. All the meats, nothing like niche or weird, like no organ meat. I don't know. It's like deli meats, yes, like salami, pastrami, ham, Swiss cheese, Velveeta cheese, Kraft mac and cheese. So ages 0 to 18, omnivore. And then at 18, right, like toward the end of high school, the story of like what interest that kind of got my interest was I was reading my school's newspaper at lunch one day, and there was a column by the editor-in-chief of the newspaper who was a grade ahead of me, and she was really smart, like had a reputation for being like really smart, really popular. I'm pretty sure she was on homecoming court, like just like all-star student. And I remember reading her column, and it was about like I tried like here's how trying like how veganism went for me or something like that. And I was like, interesting, okay. So I read it, and she talked about like what it was like and things she discovered and things she missed and whatever. And I read her column, and I thought like, I'm interested, okay. So I remember messaging her on Facebook, and I was like, hey, her name was Elena, I think. Hey, Elena, I read your article in the school newspaper, and like, I just want to know, like, do you have any books you can recommend, blah, blah, blah. And so she recommended all these books that I read and documentaries and all this stuff. And then there was a second student, another really smart student. Her name was Bailey. And I remember it kind of cracked me up because she was like so outspokenly vegan that everyone knew she was like really opinionated and like honestly, looking back, I respect it because she just did not care what people thought about her in high school, which is, I would say most kids in high school care a lot about what other people think about them and don't want to get judged, but she did not care. And so I was like, I respect that. Like, I respect that you know what you're about. And I also was like, do you have any just like, I'm curious, like, why did you go vegan? Do you have any books you read or whatever? So similar thing. And then she pointed me to like some of the same books, but like other resources. And then I just spent the summer like reading, watching stuff, literally like I had a notebook and was just like writing down things where I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Oh my gosh. And then I read so much. Thank you, Roger. I just like flooded my mind with all of this content, like the documentaries I watched, for example, Forks Over Knives and Earthlings, narrated by Joaquin Phoenix. Those were like the two big ones. And then I probably watched like Super Size Me. I remember reading this very sassy book called Skinny Bitch. Yeah. And then like websites and stuff. A couple books by Michael Pollan, Omnivore's Dilemma, and something else. And I was just like, you know what? I've read enough good points about this diet that I'm just gonna try it. And if I hate it, I can just go back to Kraft mac and cheese and McDonald's. Like, who cares? So I just like really gave it my best, and I liked it. I felt really good. And I just decided to stick with it, and I stuck with it through college, post-college, grad school, whatever. And yeah, all these years have gone by, and I'm like, it's worked well for me. I feel great, and it's just my preference for diet. So I stuck with it. Okay. Mr. Vinogatti is guessing math. All right. Kevin says, I want a hoagie. All right. Jalen says he wants Michigan State. Ooh, boy, oh boy. What an exciting place to play any type of varsity sport. That's so cool. I just want somewhere that he will get more education, not just basketball. Let's see. Monique says breakfast tangerine, afternoon snack, small bag of plantain chips, handful of roasted mixed nuts. Ooh, Buddha bowl, yummy. Love this. Let's see. Scotty Bugatti is here. Hello, Scotty. Good to see you. DVK. Oh, yep, Morgan Spurlock did pass away. I remember my sister telling me that. Prawn, yep, these are natural freckles. DVK says fast food is deadly. Oof, man, you guys, I would recommend if you're just curious to know all the stuff that's in fast food, you should follow Brian Johnson. He's like the tech billionaire who's trying to live forever. His tagline is "Don't die." And he is all about like pushing the boundaries of human longevity, eating clean, getting back to the basics, eating natural foods that look like their natural form. He's gone to Taco Bell, and I think he's gone to McDonald's, and he's done like a full profile on these foods and like the chemicals that are in them, and you're like, dude, I don't think I'm going to McDonald's again. I don't think I'm going to Taco Bell again. But like knowledge is power too. Once you know, I mean, some people can forget, but it's at a certain point, it's like some things you just can't unsee or unhear or unlearn. And his stuff on processed foods, chemicals in the food supply, it's so helpful. Chars 2.0, yep, I'm here. Let's see. Ernest says, do you know Three Doors Down? I don't know Three Doors Down. Nope. Cosborn, if you decided you were going to have meat for one meal, what are you going for? Oh, so easy. A big old salmon fillet. I loved salmon. And honestly, like once in a blue moon, I wouldn't mind having a salmon fillet. Oh, so sorry. Watching an intense scene in Outlander. All right. We've got Paul Rivera, Michigan State, number 1 and 2 in hockey. Rayon Media. Monique says the tofu is so squishy, even though it's firm, but it was very delicious. I really enjoyed the Buddha bowl. Good. Oh no, here we go. Oh gosh, Soldier is about to get gunned down. Shoot. Oh no. It's a World War II scene in Outlander. Oh, this is brutal. Whew. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Monique. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Reagan. Hello, Neocor. Oh my gosh, Carrie Hoke. How are you? So good to see you. How have you been and how was your weekend? Monique says, also tofu is only $1.99 for 14 ounces. Dude, that is cheaper than mine. I think mine goes for about $2.99, three something. Back to the Future saying hi to Reagan. Oh gosh. Kevin, yep, math is at 44%. This is cracking me up. Math and then biology and then physics. Luckily only 12% for Quidditch. All right, let me update this. Oops. Let's see, Mohammed. Hello, Mohammed. Matt Acoustic, drinking a quadruple espresso before bed, my nightly ritual. What? What are you talking about? Do you really drink that much coffee before bed? Kevin, 23 days and counting until my doctor's appointment. Remind me, Kevin, because we've had several people share medical updates in this chat on these live streams. Could you remind me what your appointment is for? It's not coming to mind. Oops. Oh my gosh, my volume is so loud. NC, still here, love it. Kevin, okay, stomach stuff. Kevin, excuse me, Yaba. Hannah, I don't have a diet, eat what I want, when I want, that needs to be used. Surprisingly, many are vegetarian. Nice. Sounds like there is no waste. I know you've said in the past too that a lot of stuff will go to your animals. Oh, you guys, Outlander it's a great show, but man, it can be tough to watch sometimes. It's like brutal. Brutal. Monique says, did you have to take any electives in high school? I think I did. In high school though, boy. I'm trying to think what electives I took. Everything felt required. Let me think. High school electives. I think the only elective I took was orchestra. I mean, it wasn't required. I don't think a music course was ever required of us. But I liked it. I started orchestra in 4th grade and I just stuck with it. DBK, your thoughts on toothpaste? Oh man, it's just like, I feel like everywhere you turn, there's new research coming out about, oh, this is full of toxins, and this is full of toxins, and this is full of toxins. And I'm like, is there anything that's just made with quality ingredients that doesn't have some horrible toxin in it? I think, like, I have tried so stinking hard to rid my home, rid my fridge, rid my kitchen, rid my, I don't know, my living environment of all these things. And so whatever's left, I kind of have made my peace with it. It's like, if there's some microplastics that creep their way into my food, if there's some residue of a pesticide that I wasn't able to scrub out of my carrots, so be it. You know, it's like I'm trying the best I can with the time that I've got and the resources I've got. And beyond that, I'm like, I know it's not going to be perfect, but at least my hope is that, you know, eating really clean, drinking tons of water every single day, filtering my water that I drink, getting tons of sleep, exercising every day, keeping stress really low, going in regularly to see my doctor, check my blood work, get my vaccines, etc. After that, it's like, if I'm covering the basics, and then of course eliminating vices like never smoke, I don't drink alcohol anymore, what's another one? I've like cut out sugar completely, added sugar. I'm just like, I won't stress out about it. Paul Rivera, they put shampoo into toothpaste. Is this true? Paul, okay. Kevin, endoscopy, that's what it is. Okay. So that's what your procedure is going to be, sounds like. Terry Star Space, thank you very much. DVK, yep, Dave's Killer Bread. Yes, 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 yes. My sister had, I had never heard of Dave's Killer Bread before, but my sister had purchased Dave's Killer Bread, and then fortunately she was cross-checking her groceries with that list that was published of like, throw these foods out if you purchase them from the grocery store. Yeah, she was like, oh no, I gotta ditch this because this is now coming up on this list of like contaminated foods. Monique says, really? I took orchestra too, but I stopped in 8th grade. We both played violin. Yes, love it. I stopped because my high school didn't offer it. Shoot. Honestly, that probably would have happened to me as well if my high school hadn't offered it. That sucks. Yaba says, yep, my pigs love apple windfalls in the orchard. Cute. I love that. DVK says, clover, mint, little lemon, food grade fine, charcoal pumice, hydrogen peroxide. Oh, you're talking about your toothpaste. Devendra is from India. Hello, Devendra. Let's see. I'll keep the poll open for another 10 minutes or so. Turtle Biscuit Main, good to see you. I appreciate it. I try to keep my eyebrows tidy. Basically what I do for my eyebrow upkeep is just, I will maybe a couple times a week, I'll just pluck any little stray hairs that sprout up like here, unibrow hairs, above, below, just to keep it like a clean line. And then I will just take a brow pencil and then like, this is pretty much full natural eyebrows, but I'll just use a pencil to like fill in any like sparse areas. Chris Rule. Yes, I remember you, Chris. Love that profile picture of yours. Is that Josh Allen? It's so small. Looks like it's the Bills though. Paul Rivera says Colgate toothpaste. Oh, great. Yeah, my toothpaste. The thing is, it's like I've had really like, I feel like whenever I've gone into the dentist, they're like, you take really good care of your teeth. Your teeth look, your gums look good. Your teeth look good. Your enamel looks good. So it's like, I'm going to keep up my dental routine because I don't want whatever I'm doing is working at the dentist. So I use, Sensodyne, like Pronamel, which is, I think it's like slightly better at least than Crest or Colgate. So I use Pronamel, Sensodyne. Oh, Penny, thank you. I hopefully got that screenshot. Yes. Got you again, just in case the first one didn't work. Thank you, Penny. On the toothpaste subject, I use Sensodyne, Pronamel. I feel like they're kind of the same thing. Pronamel probably. And then I floss once a day, and I use anti-cavity fluoride mouthwash once a day. So far, so good. My teeth are good. Dentists say my teeth look good. I just saw my dentist a month ago, and they're like, yep, good job, keep it up. So that's the thing. It's like if I'm going in consistently to my eye doctor, to my physical medical doctor, and to my, what's the other one, dentist, and my health checks out with them where they're like, your eyes look great, your teeth look great, your blood work looks great, your weight looks great, your vitals look good, your blood pressure, your heart rate. If the professionals are saying things look good, I'm like, okay, whatever. What more can I do? I'll just keep on doing what I've been doing. Hannah is going to live a very long time. Nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The next year is like, your next birthday is not guaranteed. The odds of making it are high, but what I'm saying is like, you just never know. But I'm trying to do everything I can to be healthy now, still live a fun, full life, but also thank my younger self later when I'm elderly, hopefully if I make it that long, when I'm like 70s, 80s, 90s, 100, where like, you know, I'll probably have some things like maybe a sore back or like stiff joints, or I just have to walk slower than I can now. But I'm hoping at the very, it's like just don't want to be limited in mobility, still want to have a sharp brain when I'm really, really old. I don't want to be in any pain, like at least just like chronic, intense pain, like aches here and there. I feel like it's just, some of it is inevitable because your body is just aging. You're just getting older. But yes, I'm trying to live a full and fun and functional life all the way to the end. And hopefully the end is a long, 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 long time from now. Okay, Dustin is here. Hi, Dustin MT. I will close this poll in about 4 minutes, guys. So vote if you haven't. Penny, I gotta get you on my dono list for the makeup brush. Penny Podolsky. Oh no, am I buffering? I was buffering on my computer over here. Penny. I don't know if I've seen you before, Penny. Thank you. Let's see, is Penny still here? Yes. I'm gonna do a dono wow at Penny. Woohoo! Thank you, Penny. All right, Philly Phil, hello. I'm sorry, I've been yapping and now I'm a little bit behind. Kevin says, have a great rest of your night. I have to get up early for work. Thank you again for all that you do. Nursing is hardcore, honestly. Mad respect. Thanks for being here, Kevin. Catch you maybe tomorrow, next live stream. Turtle Biscuit Main, thank you. DVK, Bonner's toothpaste, best you can get in a store. Even Tom's sold out. Chris is saying, I just got home from seeing Rhythm of the Dance. Oh my gosh. I love, it's like river dance, like Irish step dancing. Oh my gosh. I went through a river dance phase when I was a kid. I was obsessed. All right, Dustin, saw you. Michael Hughes, science was my favorite subject in high school. Paul Rivera says, awesome, I'm writing this down. Cosborn, yes, I do wear contacts. I have been wearing contacts, slash glasses, like corrective lenses, since I think the beginning of high school. I had glasses in high school. So at some point in high school is when the eye docs were like, yep, you're nearsighted, time to get glasses and or contact lenses. Yeah, if you look really close, I'm wondering if you can see. If you look, like, at least in person, you can can you see that, like, circle line around my iris? Is that the color part of your eye? But you can kind of see the circular line of the contact lens sitting on top of my eye. But yeah, I wear contacts if we're not including, I don't wear anything to sleep, obviously. I take everything off. But when I'm awake, I'd say 98% of the time I'm wearing contact lenses, but I also have glasses. Like end of the day, because I'll usually do some reading before I go to sleep. And once I've washed my face, brushed my teeth, done the whole get ready for bed routine, and then I'm like getting ready for bed, turning out the lights, but wanting to do a little reading, then I'll sometimes just put on my glasses. Dark Horse is California. Dustin says Quidditch was my favorite class in school. Sounds like you went to Hogwarts. Yaba says no buffering here. Okay, thank you for the feedback, guys. King 23 is here. Turtle Biscuit Main. Rafai Mirza is guessing biology. Kevin is still here. Oh, I was talking to the other Kevin. The nurse Kevin. Lithotep. Oh, here we go. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one in a long time. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, this is sticking around for a long time. Fun. Gotta add you to the dono list too. Man, the interactive gifts just crack me up. Oh, here we go. Outlander. These fools are marching off to fight the British, and it's not going to go well. I would say for most of history, like, not, unless you're the United States, not the best idea to go against the British. Brutal. I'm stressed. Back to the Future says, I see it. The contact line. King with the Chelsea and Barclays logos, man. Oh, brutal. It was a sad day for Chelsea, but oh well. Oh God, here we go. Ooh. Let's see, Lithotep, Justin, Dark Horse, Kevin. I want to see. I can only imagine 2. Oh, yucky. Okay, Turtle Biscuit Main. Can we see the glasses? Sure, I can make a little trip over and grab them. Kevin, Dustin sent the cat ears. Shern Edits. Back to the Future says, I have 2. Oh, this is gross. Ugh. Back to the Future saying, I have 2 sisters who wear contacts. I do not require them. So I have corrected vision. I'm nearsighted. So I wear contacts and glasses in order to see, like, I can read stuff like literally this close. Like, that's clear to me. But once it gets to maybe arm's length away, like, that starts to be like having to squint a little bit. So I need help seeing at a distance. Like, if I'm driving, I would not actually legally, when you take your driver or you renew your license, like, they make you, at least here in Minnesota, you have to like check your eyes. And so one time I actually forgot to wear my contacts to the renewal, and I was like I was like, oh shoot. But like, if I'm driving a car, I need to be wearing contacts or glasses in order to be able to read the road signs and see my exits and all that kind of stuff. My sister has pretty much perfect vision. I mean, she's never needed contacts, glasses, anything. My mom is nearsighted, so I think I got my nearsightedness from her because my dad is farsighted. He can see things at a super far distance, but he needs, like, whenever we're at restaurants and we're reading the menu, sometimes he'll be like, hey, Hannah, like, can you read like what the burger section says? Like, he'll need to get out his glasses and like read. He'll need help reading stuff up close. Yaba says, yes, next profile. Oh God, my contact lens. Is that gonna be your new profile? Kevin, Turtle Biscuit Main, you got pretty ears, ma'am. Monique says, I was very in denial about needing glasses. Now in my 30s, I was very proud to have 20/20 vision. Yeah. I had to accept the change in high school. I was like, yeah, I guess I'm nearsighted like my mom. Back to the Future says, I have to renew my license in 2027. I have to renew my license this year. I looked at I was recently looking at the expiration date. Reaper, yes, got the happy poop. Thank you. For some reason, I feel like I missed a dono on my list. But anyways, I have to renew my license this year. It expires on my birthday this year. So I obviously don't want to be rushing in right before my birthday to get it done, and things can take a while to get processed. So yeah, I gotta get my license renewed. Turtle Biscuit Main, I'll drive you around. DVK, your parents sound adorable. They're honestly, as I've gotten older, hearing people say, I've heard multiple people say this about parents. It's like, if you were a lucky child and you were born into a household where you had two very invested parents and it was like a stable household, you were raised by mom and dad, they were super involved in your life and made sure you didn't get into trouble, like that is a huge gift. And it's like when you're born, you don't get to choose your parents. But I'm so glad, so grateful that I got the parents that I did, because I'm still super close with them. I see them every single week. Super supportive. Like, they also were really, really strict. Like, my mom is born here, boomer mom, and my dad is an immigrant from East Africa. And like, between the two of them, it's just, they did not have any time for BS. It was like, timeouts, no talking back, you respect us, school is number one, no nonsense. Like, yeah. My parents are awesome. I'm so eternally grateful I got my parents. Kevin says it's 10 a.m. Jeez. It's 10 p.m. East Coast time, which means I have to close this poll. I knew I would let it linger. Okay, I'm gonna close this poll, and you guys should give me ideas for what my second poll question should be, because I'm not thinking of one off the bat. Rob Faye, good to see you, Rob. Reaper with the shocked squirrel emoji. Lloyd Daly, caught you live again, watching from beautiful Calgary. Lovely. I've never been, but would love to go one day. Zach, okay. Reaper says, Hannah, thank you, because I keep on forgetting to check my license. Yep. Check that license so it doesn't expire. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but my fear is that if I were to let my license expire, I don't know, but part of me is like, oh my God, would I have to take the driver's test again? Hopefully not. Let's just Google this in Minnesota. In Minnesota, let's see if just Google AI can answer this question. In Minnesota, do you have to retake driver's test if you let your license expire? Okay, looks like that's a no. You generally do not need to retake the full road test if your license is expired for less than 5 years, but you must pass a vision and knowledge / written exam if it's been expired for more than 1 year. Okay, so, sorry, I'm just getting messages. Okay, so I wouldn't want to have an expired license just because it's like, I need to be able to drive. I need to be able to get around, and that would suck. I would never want to risk it with an expired license. But generally, I don't want things to expire. I want to get ahead of it if I can. Snokamo, I have been to the Viking Stadium. Yep, several times. All right. Oh, Kirby. Oh my gosh, you used your member milestone chat. Yes, dude. You are one of, I think, 3 people who have the red 1-year badge. That is so dope, Kirby. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. You've been a member for a year now. So cool. So cool. Thanks, Kirby. Let me make sure to write this down. Kirby is part of the Red Badge Club now. 1 year. I think the only other person, so Rich used his, and you just use yours, and I think Cassidy is the final of the 3. Let me do a dono wow for that. Kirby, come on. OMG. So cool. Let's see. Lloyd Daly says, I was very oh wait, hold on. I'm skipping the poll results. Jeez. So, question number 1. Guess my least favorite subject in school. What did you guys say? Math. No, I loved math. I was good at math. So no, I loved math. That's not the right answer. Biology came in second. I still got an A in biology, but your girl had to work her freaking butt off. I just did not like biology. I think it's generally interesting. Like, I enjoy a nice Google search or like a WebMD peruse if there's just something I'm interested. Like, a couple nights ago, I was like, what is leprosy? So I just like went down the leprosy rabbit hole on Google. So I think that kind of stuff is interesting. But just, oh my God, I remember so many painful memories from biology, like trying to get a good grade, but having to just, I was like, I'm not interested in this. This doesn't spark any excitement. Like, I know I'm not going to major in biology. I don't want to go into the sciences. I'm dying here. And I remember my least favorite unit in biology was having to learn all the parts of the cell, where it was like, this is where the DNA is in the middle, and then there's the Golgi apparatus and the mitochondria and the whatever other parts there were. I was like, I know this is important, and it's so amazing that humans have discovered this, because we did not know any of this stuff like 150 years ago. So cool. But it was, oh my God, like studying for the test was so painful. Oh, and what was even worse, okay, get this, on the biology tangent. So as a lot of you know, it's like I was really intense about school. I wanted to get straight A's, and like my best subjects were all in the humanities, like English language arts, best subject in school, any of the foreign languages, history, civics, am I missing any here? Those were like my jam. Like, I was good at them and I loved them too. So it's like, those were like piece of cake. Sciences, chemistry was okay, but man, something about biology, I just was like, this is not for me. It didn't come naturally either. I had to like reread chapters and make so many flashcards to force things to stick. I was like, this is not coming naturally to me, and I don't find it interesting at all. And so a really good friend of mine who is now, she's just like a biology wizard. She's going for her dual MD and PhD. She's going to be both a medical doctor and a PhD researcher in like the biosciences or something at the Mayo Clinic. She's a killer. And so she was a very good friend of mine. She was like an all-star in the sciences, in STEM. I would say like I was the best in the humanities and social sciences. And it was just so painful. I will never forget this, you guys. I will never forget this. I just, you know those tests that you take and you know you are like stressing out as you're taking the test, because you're literally like guessing on every other question, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna bomb this. I'm so screwed. And I remember it's like turning in the Scantron with like my bubbled answers, and I remember turning it in, and I was just like, honestly, I don't even know if I want to see I don't want to get this graded. This is gonna be so bad. And I just remember my biology wizard friend, the one who's now MD, PhD, sat next to me. Her desk was next to me. And if you guys remember Scantron tests, those long slips of paper that were like the rows of like bubbled in options. Oh, it was so bad, because it's like you knew without even seeing what your number score, like what your percentage was correct. If there were like Scantron would mark a little pink dash mark on the edge of the sheet for every question you got wrong. So it's like line, you know, for question 16 on that line, it's like if there was a red dash there, it meant it was marked wrong by the Scantron machine. I remember getting this test back that I just knew in my gut hadn't gone well for me. My teacher, it was so sad. My teacher gives me my test back, and I can immediately see from a distance all of these red lines, and I was like, oh, this is so bad. I'll be lucky if I got a C on this. This is so bad. And then she literally, my teacher, she turns to my friend sitting next to me, and of course I can see on her Scantron, there's like, it's pristine. There's no red dashes. And the teacher just like puts down her test, and it is just, she like puts her hand on the desk and she's just like, you did so good. And I heard her say that to my friend, and I was just like, I am dying here. Oh my God. And the thing is, it was it was graded on a curve, and this friend of mine always set the dang curve. And what was so brutal is we knew she would consistently get 95 to 100% on her tests. And so we were basically like, there's gonna be no curve, because she gets like 100% on all of her tests. Long biology tangent, but it was like double painful, because I had no natural interest in biology, and I struggled with it. And my really good friend, who is now just killing it in the sciences as a STEM professional, she would consistently get pretty much perfect scores. So there was no such thing as like a curve, because it was just out of 100 every time. Brutal. So brutal. Okay. Lloyd, sorry, now I gotta catch up because I was yapping about biology. Lloyd says, I was very unlucky as a child. I didn't meet my mother until I was 9 years old. I don't know my father. For me, life was a bad start. Oh no. You can always, there's a preacher that I love. Her name is Joyce Meyer, and she had a really, ooh, thank you. Paper Chase and Jason. One thing I love that she says is you can have in her case, she had a brutal start, really, really bad. But she's like, you can have a bad start or even a terrible start, but an amazing finish. So your beginning does not have to define how you finish. And I was like, that is a great message. So sorry to hear that, Lloyd. I hope, I can't relate because I feel like I had a really solid household and really present parents, but it doesn't mean you have to have like as the preacher I follow says, it's like, she's like, I always thought I was just gonna have a second rate life because I had such a horrible start. And she's like, it's just not true. Like you can still make the most out of your life and have a wonderful life, even if your beginning is really lousy. DVK says, we're both lucky. I talk to my folks every day. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Kirby, I'm doing great. I'm so sorry. I'm so late getting to your comment because I was on the biology tangent. I just had to convey the pain of my high school biology experience. It really wasn't that bad, but it was made more painful by the fact that, thank you, Paper Chase and Jason, by the fact, I mean, it was fun having a rivalry, like, with my friend, because it's like I knew I could, like, in certain classes, we had so many classes together, it's like I would get the better score in certain, like, English, German, she was also in German with me, history maybe, but like STEM, ooh, I was lucky if I was within like 10 percentage points of whatever she was getting. But I'm doing good, Kirby. How are you doing? Did you watch any of the Premier League games this weekend, Kirby? Yaba says, here in the UK, after 70, you have to self-certify your own health condition. Oh, interesting. Whoa. Reaper says, no, they would just renew it unless, oh, geez, I can tell I'm behind. This is driver's license. Kevin, when I moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina, I only had to take the eye exam and written exam. Okay. Reaper is saying, my friend was supposed to get his license suspended. Ooh. And the judge accidentally put revoke. Oh, okay. Clemente Gonzalez. Mercom is asking, how do I get that badge? You would have to join the channel as a member. Kevin, so Hannah, what was your least favorite subject? Biology. Monique says, OMG, I picked math. Reaper, Hannah, the gentleman who streamed for 25 days straight. Oh. Wait, his stream ended when NYPD tackled and arrested him? So this should be on his YouTube channel because it should be uploaded as a video recording post-stream. Is this actually true? Like, have you seen this in the uploaded recording of the stream? He was on the New York Times? Oh no. Monique says, math and science are my weakness. Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on all these comments now. DVK says, headache-inducing lol, math, physics, and chemistry equals boring. Yep, the sciences, to me, I feel like the reason why I loved the humanities, like anything like writing, history, philosophy, English, literature, all that stuff, civics, it had this like human element to it. It's like, and there's like a bit of like creativity and it's just like the human experience versus like, I think the STEM courses were just so cold, black and white, mathematics, scientific. And I was like, ugh, there's just like no like warmth to them. Ugh. Scarfaced, thank you. Paul Rivera says, our university president is a cellular physiologist. Sounds very scientific. Yeah, but Clint Eastwood films, if you liked him. DVK says, math, accounting, personal finance was my jam. Lol, still is. Helped me a lot in life. Today I can literally tell you a story just reading a ledger. So many questions arise. Logical treasure hunt. Fill in the bubble all the way. It says, yep. Oh my gosh, right? That was, part of me was always like nervous when I would turn in tests where it's, especially tests that were graded by a machine. Cause it's like, a teacher can see like, oh, it's mostly filled in. This is what they chose. But a machine, it's like voting. Like if you vote in an election, it's like fill in the oval the whole way or your vote may not be counted. I remember worrying about this on multiple choice questions too, when they were going to be put through a machine and just, you know, robotically graded. Kevin couldn't stand algebra. That was one class I really loved. Reaper, I was reading an 1877 arithmetic book, and man, it seems like today they're trying to confuse everyone rather than teach them something. Back to the Future says, that was so me in school too. Some math and science was difficult. Jalen, good night. Great to see you as always. White Lightning, Monique says, poor Hannah. Kevin is drinking lemon lime Gatorade. Anthony Coppolo is here. Madeline is here. Hello, you guys. Let's see. Back to the Future says, in high school, I ran 1 mile on the track in under 8 minutes. Excellent. Reaper says, I ran the mile in 5 minutes and was wheezing. Okay. Chief the Medicine Man, hello. Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Richard Smith, the second, or yeah, it looks like the second. Greetings from Northeast Ohio. Hello, hello. Richard Smith, thank you. White Lightning, got the happy poop. Awesome. Let me add you, White Lightning, to the donos. I'm getting caught up, guys. I'd love to give you another trivia question. I'm just trying to brainstorm what it should be. White Lightning. Fred Marines, good to see you. Yaba is saying, at school, me and my tutor for English literature didn't get on, so always bunked off, so self-taught myself and aced the exams. Reaper says they took 3,000 worth of equipment as evidence. Oh, geez. The streamer guy you're talking about. Joshua Bryan, good to see you. Kevin. Oh, right, I gotta go grab my glasses, sorry. Ghee Butter Snaps. White Lightning. Chad, how are you, Chad? Good to see you. Yes, Bob Robert. Not really, but I just wear these earrings in all of my live streams at this point. Nick Turner, hello. Reaper, if you could IRL stream in any place in the world, what place would it be? OMG. The first place that came to mind was Berlin. I'd probably live stream while walking along the Berlin Wall. I've been to the wall 3 or 4 times in my life. Ooh, Chad, love it. I feel like this one is going away soon because we are going to be entering spring and summer, like in not too long. So I'm like, ooh, cherish the cute wintry gifts. So Chad, let me add you to the dono list. That was, oh shoot, that was for trivia. Oh, well, no, I can't do it. But yeah, okay, now that I already answered it, yes, I think if I could just pick any place in the world, it would probably be walking the Berlin Wall. It's just so cool. So much history. Randy says, I'm watching the 76ers game. If you spam, you're gone. So, toodles, see you never. Trivia question. What could I quiz you guys on? I kind of want to do another Never Have I Ever. The Last of Its Kind, Ghee Butter Snaps. Ooh, Berlin is fantastic. Yeah. Oh, you went to Berghain. OMG. I never made it to Berghain. I was thinking about it. So I've been to Berlin, I think it's like 4 or 5 times. I went once in high school, once during a semester abroad, New Year's with my family, once for a conference, and I feel like there's a 5th time, but at least 4 times I've been to Berlin. Coolest city on planet Earth. No one will ever convince me otherwise. It is like the shite. I will say it that way. It's just so epic. It's such an epic city. So much history there. The art scene, the food scene, the club scene, OMG. And it's huge. It is like the biggest city. I'm just like, the city is so big. I love Berlin. And where was I going with this tangent on Berlin? Oh, Berlin. Yeah, okay, Berghain, that's it. So when I was in Berlin, it was when I was there for a conference. It was the year that I was teaching English in Munich on this teaching program, and all of us, they had us get together for a conference in Berlin as like the conference location. So we all were like, all the teachers were there, and we were like, you know, people were presenting and whatever. It was fun because we were all Americans on this teaching program. And I remember I made some friends there, and I think like a crew of them were like, we're gonna go to Berghain. And I was like, are you actually? Because it's notoriously difficult to get into Berghain, and the stories are legendary. I mean, they don't let you take photos in there. There's leaked stuff from inside, so whatever. But it's like the stories you hear about Berghain, and the bouncer is terrifying. His name is Sven. And there are like full Reddit boards and subreddit boards dedicated to how to get into Berghain. And people are like, you gotta dress a certain way. People will share like pictures of their outfits that got them rejected, or what they think got them rejected. Don't look like a loud, obnoxious foreigner in line. Try not to speak super loud English. You know, be like, you know, subtle and, you know, quietly cool. Wild. I'm gonna add that to like my bucket list. I'm just gonna make a note here. Go to Berghain at least once in my life. Because the stories are, I'm just like, is this real life? Is this true? Like, what? The Last of Its Kind. Ooh, we have 100 people here right now. This is fun. Hi, 100 people. Kevin. Ooh, first day of summer is your mom's birthday. Hanai. We got, yeah, but the streamer guy that, what law was he breaking if he was doing no harm? He might have been doing maybe something else. Monique, trivia question, did you have any superlatives? What were they? I don't think I did, if I'm being honest. Paul Rivera, Ghee Butter Snaps, it is the best, couldn't agree more. Joe Wolf, White Lightning. Kevin, poll question, what was Hannah's favorite board? Ooh. I gotta think about this. Reaper, that streamer guy was on CBN, NBC, New York. Oh, geez. Yeah, but are you comfortable public speaking or nervous? I am comfortable public speaking at this point because I have to do it at my job. I have to speak at meetings in front of people. I had to do it in school. I had to do it as a teacher. Like, I do it on YouTube. It's not this, I mean, it's not in front of like physical people, but it's still an audience. So yeah, at this point, I like to be prepared, like prepare notes, practice a little bit beforehand. I don't feel comfortable just winging it, like improv in front of groups, like in front of a crowd. But at this point, I think I've just, when you work a job, like not every job is like this, but certainly with my job, you just inevitably, like you have to speak and present at meetings to coworkers, managers, superiors, whoever. And it's just like it's part of the job. So I'm used to it. I get a little nervous, but it's like if I've prepared, I might get a little bit nervous, but it's fine. Like it goes fine. Monique says, never have I ever, high school edition, been on a field trip, went to detention, failed a test, rode the school bus. Oh, what did I do here? OMG. I'm trying to think of like really outlandish ones. Oh gosh. I'm coming up with some off the top of my head here. We reached 100 likes. Yeah, we also like I saw the viewers like climbing up there. So that was cool. Someone is working on repairs on a Sunday night. What is going on? Okay, I think I'm gonna do Never Have I Ever. And I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of ideas. Yeah, but it won't let me type it. Oh, what? Oh, is this about the streamer, maybe? Okay, never have I ever. Let's see. Yeah, but ideas of what for my trivia question. I'm gonna do a never have I ever poll question, and I'm like racking my brain for ideas of like, what could I do? What could I do? Okay. White Lightning, when will you dress up like Catwoman? I don't have any plans. Let's see. Ooh, I would never eat them. MSGT because I'm vegan, so I don't eat at McDonald's. Kevin, my daughter won the radio contest. Love that. Chloe, I'm confused. Why are you not talking about other stuff? Reaper, the charges will be dropped for the most part, or else they would have held him. Interesting. Yaba says, nearly forgot to hit the like button. Well, we made it past 100, so that's exciting. Also, this is cool to see. I mean, the viewer count fluctuates throughout live streams, but it's cool to see that there's 72 people here. Love it, love it. All right. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Never have I ever. My first one needs to be painfully obvious. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. Kevin, she won a Mercy Me shirt and book. Okay. Let's see. This is so fun, but also really hard. Oh, I think I know. Okay, I think I've got it now. Okay, trivia question incoming, guys. I really try to make these like good. Michael Grimes. Okay, here we go. Never have I ever ... First option is never right, y'all. Never have I ever spoken English. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to read them out loud. Trivia is almost complete. All right. Stand by here. Trivia question incoming. Dang it. Here we go, guys. Trivia time. So, never have I ever spoken English, gotten stung by a bee, cried in public, gotten sick from alcohol. Here we go. So, hopefully, you guys can see this up in the corner here. Oh no, someone already voted spoken English. No, I'm speaking it right now. You guys. Oh. No. Sorry, I'm watching Outlander while I'm doing this, and it's very stressful. Okay. Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, okay. Yep. Not a great day for Chelsea. It was very disappointing, but oh well. Monique. Yeah. The thing is, you guys, my trivia questions never, ever pick the first option. I make them stupid so that people won't pick them. But still, 31% of people are picking never have I ever spoken English. I'm speaking it now. Chief the Medicine Man. Gotten stung by a bee. Jungle Thriving, it's great to see you. Alexander Craig, hello. Oh, shoot. Is this Myrta? Oh, no. Alexander Craig, good morning. Oh, it's translating you. Guten Morgen, jetzt wird wieder Deutsch gesprochen. Ja. Schön. Monique, I think people like to troll. Yes, I know. Yep. I think people, it's like I said, they like to troll, pick the first thing as a joke, or they don't understand the question, like they might not speak English and they just pick the first thing, or they're not even reading really through the options, they just pick. It's like, oh, there's a trivia question, boom, pick it. Jungle Thriving, Kevin, sick from alcohol, OE, Back to the Future, I guess never got sick from alcohol, Alexander Craig, sonst verlust du es noch, das Deutsch. Wahrscheinlich nicht. Yeah, eventually. Oh no. Sorry, Outlander is stressful. But eventually, when I have more time on my hands, I would like to post videos in German. I have decent conversational skills and German skills, but I just don't want to post videos that would be riddled with like small grammar errors. It's just, I would need time to like actually script and like plan out the video. Kevin Zaltzer says, lol. Yaba says, Hannah, going back to Mo Salah, the rumors are getting stronger that he's leaving. Wow, just found out he gets 400,000 pounds a week, which means he gets 14.5 million in tax. Sender V says, 9, I think you meant to say. $99 people here. Vote, vote, vote. There's only 26 votes in this poll. And there's 99 people watching this. 87. So if you haven't voted, the poll is hopefully here for some of you guys. If not, check the chat. Let's see. Jungle Thriving, you gotta start speaking English if you've never done it before. Oh my god. The fact that it's got 22% of the votes. So silly. Kevin says I voted in the poll. Excellent. Yeah, what do you guys think it is? Spontaneous Harold. Hello, Spontaneous Harold. Yava is still thinking, okay. Dennis, nope, I don't play video games. Have you been playing Resident Evil? I don't play video games. Jungle Thriving, is anyone celebrating Lent or Ramadan? Fair question. I don't get into my own religious views on here, or practices really. I typically have not done any type of fasting in my life. I've done it like a few times here and there, but for me, no. Let's see, Kevin. Dogs' names are Kona and Shelby. Matt Acoustic. No. So I actually never took physics. So that wasn't the answer. The answer was biology. That was my least favorite subject in school. It just was, oh gosh. Whoa. It just was so not fun for me. This show is just so brutal. Yikes. Paul Rivera, is Tim Allen doing repairs on your roof? It's funny because it's a Sunday night so it's a work night for most people. And yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? It's a Sunday night. It's 9:30, so it's not super, super late. But it just seems like an odd time to be doing any kind of repair work. Even if, it's like 9:30 p.m. at night. Nancy, thank you so much. Matt Acoustic. Kevin, wait until you see her with her glasses. The thing is, I don't want to step away. Oh. Can you guys hear that? Oh. Jeez. Oof. Brutal. Jungle Thriving says, it's Santa Claus. Paul Rivera, tool time. It's a neighbor, Kevin. Doing some kind of something. Housework. Homework. Ramiz. Hello, Ramiz. Good to see you. Such a quiet chat for so many people. 80 people are here. And it's so quiet. While I'm caught up on the chat, I will go and grab my glasses since that was a request. Chris, hello. Kevin says, wake up, everyone. All right, BRB, guys. So I actually did a glasses collab, like a brand collab, last year with this brand called Firmoo. And the thing is, I'm not gonna put these glasses on because I currently have contact lenses in my eyes. You can see the ring around my eye. And you should not put glasses on while you've got contacts on because it's like the lenses are like magnifying each other. It's like lens plus lens, so it's not good for your eyes and for your brain. But yes, these are if you want to see what these look like on me, you can go watch my Firmoo brand collab video from last year. But I love these glasses. What I love about them is not only the shape, I really like the shape. Oh, I look demented when I do that. But the inside, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. The inside is pink. Like the inside of the frames. At least on the sides. Not the frames, it's like the, whatever you call that part. Paul Rivera, I don't think I knew that. Is that true? Chief the Medicine Man, did you cook anything for dinner? No, because I meal prepped quite a bit yesterday. So I just reheated what I had made yesterday. Let's see, Kevin, Lead Troll Kid. Kevin, Chris the Sultan. Yabba says, that's one thing I like about living in a farmhouse, no noisy neighbors. I am the noisy neighbor. I love that, Yabba. Numbers 12 about the wife of Moses. I don't think she was Ethiopian. I could be wrong though. Let's see. A Cushite. Interesting. Cushite. I've never heard Ethiopians referred to as Cushites before. Very fascinating. Somehow I missed that. Back to the Future. I know what's so crazy about the Firmoo collab, like the glasses collab. I remember being so excited about this collaboration because I needed new glasses. My prescription changed for my vision correction at the doctor's office, and I was like, oh great, okay. Now I'm gonna need to order new glasses because my old ones, the lenses are not gonna be up to date anymore. And then the Firmoo brand collab came through and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I need to upgrade my glasses anyways. And it was one of my very first YouTube brand collabs. So it was not only practical in my real life because I did need to buy new glasses, but it also was really fun as one of my first brand collabs, like figuring out how to do brand collabs on YouTube. Just getting the experience working with the brand. Drew Denzel is here. Hello, Drew. Back to the Future. Yes, it did work out perfectly. Totally. Kevin, I just got new glasses in November. Nice. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Ooh, the poll is getting a little more even. It looks like gotten sick from alcohol is in the lead, and then it's a three-way tie between the first option, which is never right, spoken English, gotten stung by a bee, and cried in public. If you haven't voted, there's only 44 votes in my poll. That's either here or down somewhere in the chat. And there's 103 people I can see in this live stream. So if you have not voted, vote in the poll. Oh my gosh, Coffee! It's so good to see you. How have you been? How was your weekend, Coffee? Did you do anything fun? OMG, Peggy Hecke, so good to see you. How are you, Peggy Hecke? Dusty says, I feel like from watching your streams that the answer to today's poll is the last one. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna spoil it just yet. Yaba says hi to Coffee. I know, the most positive person on YouTube. Coffee is here. Let's see. Dusty says, because you don't strike me as the kind of person who drinks enough to get sick. Again, I'm trying to keep my poker face. I don't want to give you guys any hints. Other than the fact that it's never the first option, guys. But yet 23% of people have, 23% of people have picked spoken English. Oh. Oh no, not him. No, not this character, no. Oh, this is brutal. Oh, this is brutal. Ooh. Oh, that is you guys. Oh, I'm watching Outlander, and they're at war currently. It's season 2 where I'm at. Oh, and there was a character I loved, and he just went to heaven. Dang. Kevin, Coffee, saying hi to everybody, and everybody saying hi to Coffee. We love Coffee in here. Shoot. Oh, that was an agonizing character death. Shoot. Whoa. What's going on here? Oh no, here we go. Oh. Ray, oh my gosh, Ray, how have you been? How is everything with you? How's school, band, extracurriculars, greenhouse, FFA, all that stuff? I feel like you're just so busy. Chief the Medicine Man says, what's up, Coffee? Yep, we got the crew here. We got a busy live stream tonight. Oh, this is so sad. Oh. It's so sad when characters die off in movies or books or whatever. Shoot. Coffee says, thank you all very much. I love you too, my friends. We love you, Coffee. Thank you, Ray Huffman. Chief the Medicine Man is asking, Hannah, what grade did you teach as a teacher? So I taught grades 7 through 11th grade when I was teaching English overseas. So middle school and high school English. I forget if I had to state a preference for age. I don't know if I did, but I remember if I had gone into teaching as a career, because I'm not, for those of you who are new here, I'm not a career teacher, but I did teach for a year. And especially with English, I love English, but I feel like the younger you teach, the more, like, the simpler the concepts have to be. Like, when you're teaching elementary school, like second grade English, you're still focusing on like comprehension and like understanding, you know, sentences and proper grammar. It's like you're really trying to cement the basics of English at young ages, versus if you get up to like middle school and high school, that's really when you can get into like the juicy literature and creativity and more advanced, mature topics. And so I think for me, I would not have enjoyed teaching elementary English as much, because you just have to make sure that whatever it is that you're teaching isn't so advanced that like your students aren't going to understand it. And some people love that. Some people love like really seeing younger students like comprehend things and forming proper sentences and sentence structure, like noun, verb, adjective, whatever. But for me, it's like I would much prefer to go into more advanced topics. It's like I feel like you can do so much more, and like themes and authors and historical events, and that it's like the older you get, it's like the more stuff you can do, because it, you know, it's an older audience and they have more experience with the language. Terrence is from North Carolina. Good to see you, Terrence. I've never been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina, but not North Carolina. Yaba says, well, I'm going to make a hot chocolate. I've got similar to a hot chocolate. I've got a decaf mocha. So I made an espresso, a decaf espresso pod. And then I added a little bit of cocoa powder, like hot chocolate mix, I should say. And then some almond milk. Ray Huffman, Terrence, HH, thank you so much. I wear these earrings at most of my live streams, almost all. Kevin, another one from North Carolina. Hey, Misery says, agreed. Speaking English, gosh. Ray says, it won't let me comment in the live again. Uh-oh, shoot. I mean, we can see that comment right there that you left, but maybe something's getting caught in the, like, shadow ban filter. Thank you, Big Bull Slayer. Love the username. Straight Chillin' is here. Hello. I'm very intrigued by the answer of this poll question. I spent a good amount of time a few, I don't know, 20 minutes ago whenever I posted this. I was like, I like to come up with good options, particularly for the never have I ever. I want you guys to be like, I don't think she ever would have done this, but maybe she has. I don't think this could be blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, so I think I came up with some good options here. Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of English can't speak English without hitting the gutter language. Ooh, I will say this. So I was an English teacher a decade ago, 2016 to 2017. So it's been a long time and the world has changed significantly. Like I would have been teaching Gen Zs when I was a teacher, because it was right out of college and I was teaching 7th to 11th grade. But man, you guys, I have watched so many videos about like teachers and how they're struggling to teach or leaving the teaching profession altogether because it's like disrespect from students is so bad and the focus is so bad. Like the attention span is so short. All they want to do is be on their phones. All they want to do is become TikTok and social media stars. Like they're like, screw school. I don't need to listen to you, teacher. School is dumb. I can just do like skibbity toilet brain rot shit. Sorry, shouldn't swear. Came out. But it's like they just are so into the social media stuff, and it's like, yeah. I think I would struggle in the teaching profession these days. Omar Maxwell. Coffee. Straight Chillin' says hello. Neocore Diouf is here. Hey, Misery. Do male teachers still wear ties with goofy designs? I don't think I ever saw that. Or at least I don't remember it growing up. Everything. Oh, Callie is here. Callie. Oh my gosh, dude, you are growing so fast. Every time I see a post and I'll get a channel update for you, I'm like, you are growing so fast. It's crazy. Congrats. Humble Chief. Chazi is saying, I'm gonna have to go with Stung by a Bee. Looks like Gotten Sick from Alcohol is in the lead right now. Yeah, sorry. I know. I try not to curse on here, but sometimes it, like, once every so often, it just flies out. Callie, good to see you. Chief the Medicine Man says, I hear there's a reading epidemic. I'm concerned. Yeah. I feel like every generation probably has this where it's just like, God, kids these days, like, they're so this and that, and they just don't focus and they don't pay attention. But I'm like, dude, it's like, I don't even have kids, and I'm looking at kids these days and I'm thinking, ooh, I'm nervous here. I'm just, what makes me nervous is, like when they poll kids now, so many times on these polls, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a content creator. I want to do social media. I want to be a TikTok star. I want to do this. And it's like, some people, yeah, like you can make a living off of this, but it's just not everyone can. It's not a realistic job option for every single person who's saying that. And so it's like, yeah, that means you're going to have to go out and find a job and be employable and respect authority and show up on time and know the basics of like communication and writing and math. And it's just, I think what's troubling, like what makes me nervous, and again, I'm not one of those people where it's just like, we're doomed. Our future is terrible. But what makes me nervous is I feel like there's just more and more kids that are blowing off school because they're like, I don't need this. This is stupid. All I want to be is on my phone. I just want to be on TikTok. I want to be on YouTube. I want to do this. I want to Snapchat my friends. I don't care about my teacher. They're dumb. And I'm like, oh no. It's like you have to like get through some kind of education, basic education. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to even go to grade school. It's like, or trade school or GED, but it's like, you need the basics. You need like a foundation of education to function in society. It's like, there's just basic things you should know. And if reading comprehension is not there, like if you're not finishing high school with like okay reading comprehension, okay math, a basic understanding of like the history of the country you live in, it's like, oh gosh, it's just, that's what worries me about kids. But it's I'm like, it's not, I refuse to get sucked into like the doomsday, like, oh, we're doomed, we're cooked, kids these days are cooked, our economy is it's like, no, I think we'll be fine. Anything sensational like that, where it's so doomsday and so drastic and so bad, I'm like, no, I think we'll be okay. Humans are good at surviving and adapting and whatever. And the thing is, it's like, yeah, sure, there's lots of kids these days that are hooked on their gadgets and they want to be on social media all day, but there's still like plenty of kids K through 12 who are loving school, taking it seriously, want to go to university, want to be a professional that requires a degree, like an engineer or a nurse, whatever. So I don't think all people who say all hope is lost, I'm like, nah, I don't think so. But yes, I gotcha. Got the happy poop. Thank you so much. All right, long tangent again. Kids can do all their homework now with AI. That I find stressful. Where was I here? Callie says, thank you, Hannah. Camilla. Thank you, Camilla Nesbitt. Thank you so much. Pablo, my green name is gone. No! We need Pablo, the Argentinian prince, to come back. Dirty South says, oh yeah. Yaba says, now we know where you learn all the words, your band list, teaching. Yeah. Yes. Straight chillin'. Okay, I saw this comment. Yep, kids, that makes me nervous. One concern I have is how much stuff kids can just plug into an AI chatbot or whatever and just have it spit out what they need. It's like, say they were supposed to read Wuthering Heights for English, and instead of actually reading the book, it's just, and say they had an assignment from their teacher where it's like, you need to write a 10-page paper on Wuthering Heights and talk specifically about how Heathcliff changed from beginning to end and the dramatic plot points of the narrative. It's like, if I had been given a writing assignment on Wuthering Heights or Harry Potter, Ernest, any of these, if I was given a hefty writing assignment as a millennial who went to high school from 2008 to 2012, there was no possible way I could just have a AI system do my paper assignment for me. I was gonna have to read some of the book, maybe rely on some early Reddit boards and Spark Notes, but it's like you couldn't get around writing a cogent paper for school. And now it's like a lot of kids can just mentally check out for a lot of what they're supposed to be doing and rely on AI to do the work for them. And that sucks because it's like that's where you're really cementing concepts, learning, growing the brain. And if that's not happening, I'm like, oh no. We can't just rely on AI to do all the thinking for us. No name, sorry, Bill. Hello. Dirty Sauce says, spill it, girl, let it out. The thing is, I post blooper swearing, but with censored bleeps. You can find that in the members content. Larry Middleton, good to see you. Lead Troll Kid, Hannah Seahawk. Oh, thank you, Back to the Future. You've been doing some modding. I don't know what people looks like. Yep, you got it. Awesome. Kevin, yeah, coffee. Paul Rivera. Can you please do my book report on crime punishment? Yeah, that's the thing is like you can get AI to do so much for you as a student these days. But the whole point of going to school is like putting your brain to the test where you're having to like think through concepts and like think critically, use your brain, come to a conclusion, write on that topic, and it's just Oh. Dang, another one bites the dust. Shoot. Vegan Pete, so good to see you, Vegan Pete. Chars 2.0, Justin, Spark Notes, you taking me back. And I think it was like Cliff Notes and Spark Notes. Oh, shoot. No, people getting picked off left and right. Jungle Thriving says they ask the AI robots. Kevin, Ernest, lol, I didn't even have that. I didn't get internet until around your birth year. Yaba says, I don't know the UK illiteracy rate, but I think it's surprisingly high. Okay, sometimes there are reasons. George Bush, hello. Papa Bear. Let's see. Chazi says, what you watching? I am watching Outlander. Back to the Future saying hi to Chazi. Yeah, I love Outlander, but it is a brutal series. Brutal. Back to the Future, I want to say thank you. I hadn't even made it to those spammy comments, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, they're in hot pursuit. No. Oh. So right now I'm watching Outlander Season 2. Oh, shoot. Outlander Season 2, Episode 9, and the Scottish Highlanders are running away from the redcoat pursuers, and they're getting shot at by the redcoats. It's very stressful. Oh, this is so bad. Terrence, thank you. Monique says you look like Sid. Oh my God, yes, you are so right. Yes, Sid the crazy. Oh, yes, I was thinking the squirrel, but Sid, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you, Monique. When I do this with my glasses, how did I do it? I look like Sid. Oh my God, so messed up. I do look like Sid. Oh, it's hurting my eyes doing that. But for in the name of comedy, I feel like it's worth destroying my eyes for a few seconds. I do look like Sid from, there we go. I look like Sid when I do this. Demented. Totally demented. Jack, hello. Okay, I've done all 4 of those when you're talking about the poll question. Lead troll. Kevin. Dang, you guys. Oh, sorry. Phone stand is getting a little janky. Terrence. Did I miss anybody here? Just scrolling up. I don't think so. Somehow it's already been 2 hours. I'm at 127 minutes on my counter, like for this live stream. So if you haven't voted yet, vote. We're at 97 votes. So vote real quick. If you haven't, I'm gonna close this poll and let you guys know what the answer is. The suspense is killing me. Chazi, favorite Taco Bell order, the steak gordita from around the time that 90s Godzilla movie came out. I gotta hear the answer before bed. All right. Ooh, we made it to 100 votes, so I'm gonna close it now. Boop. Okay, here we go. Finally, here we go. Never have I ever gotten sick from alcohol. I have. And let me tell you guys, it was horrible. I didn't even have, part of me thinks, I don't have any evidence, but I hadn't had an unusual amount of alcohol, but I was out with friends, like drinking alcohol, and I remember I suddenly felt super dizzy and super sick it just like came out of nowhere. And I remember I was like, did someone put something in my drink? It was a place I had never been to before. It was really dark, like the lighting wasn't good, and it just was very unusual because I'm like very responsible, but I have gotten sick from drinking alcohol before. So it's not that. Second place, gotten stung by a bee. That is the correct answer. I have never been stung by a bee in my life. I really don't want to. I want to like knock on wood. It sounds horrible, but I don't know what the sensation is like. I've asked like friends and family to describe what it's like when they get stung, and they're like, my sister has gotten stung and she's like, it's this stinging and there's this like pulsing with pain and it won't go away. And yeah, but I've never been stung by a bee before, so that is the right answer. I have cried in public many times, and I have spoken English because here I am speaking English. Right? Yaba says, I've suffered number 4 so many times. Ernest, LOL hangovers suck. Brian is here. Good to see you. Doing well. Paul says, I can't believe it. Amazing. Everybody has on purpose or not. White Lady says market. Kevin says drinking is not all that. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's just bad for you. Like chemically, it's poisonous to the human body. I just don't drink alcohol anymore. But I just remember that one time I was like, is this really happening to me? I was so annoyed. I was like, what the heck? I was like, this doesn't, I'm not the kind of person who this happens to. I'm very responsible. If I'm having multiple drinks, I space them out. I make sure to throw in plenty of food and move around so my body's metabolizing it. And that just, I was like, whoa, what is happening? Like, I've never had a reaction like that before. Yeah, Ernest, it's very sketchy vibes. I've never been back there since. 25, you go. Dapper boy, chill. Yes, I don't want to get stung by a bee. They sound very unpleasant. Coffee, Amari, Terrence, I used to drink California wine coolers, went out of business in 1991. Thank you, Brian. Straight chill and bees must respect your presence. I thought like maybe they aren't attracted to whatever like pheromones or whatever scent. It's like maybe something that I'm either wearing or just naturally whatever my body is producing, like they just aren't attracted to it. Also, too, I make a point, so far, so good. It's worked for me. But if I'm like sitting down or somewhere, like eating outside on a patio, for example, and I have food and, something maybe sweet that I'm drinking, and then there's like a bee that's like lurking around, I'm literally that person where I'm like, swat, and if it's just not going away, I will just get up and like remove myself, because I'm like, I don't care who wants to judge me or not, but I am so far 32 years of life, I've never been stung. I don't ever want to get stung. So if there's a bee that is not leaving me alone, I am gonna fight back and then just like exit the situation. It's like I don't want to deal with it. No, I don't want to get stung. Bees must respect your presence. Emery, mud on bee stings. Chief the Medicine Man says, I was stung on the back of the neck. Oh, interesting. Didn't feel anything. Good night, Omar Maxwell. Thank you, Berry Girl. Chief the Medicine Man. Gosh, this was several years ago now. What was I drinking? I think it was like a lemon, some kind of like lemon mixed drink. The thing is, it was a mixed drink. And I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly what the drink was. Sounds good. Back to the Future. I might be off. I might be done with this by the time you're back. Chazi says, I was at work and there was a bee flying around, so I got out of its way, which pissed off the bee, and it came back and stung me. No. Berry Girl, thank you. Terrence, I stepped on yep. This happened to one of my uncles. My mom has a story that she's told me several times where her growing up, one of her brothers was being an absolute pest, and he ended up going out and walking on top of I think a hornet's nest or a wasp. I don't know. I think wasp nests are up in the air or whatever. But he stepped on some kind of like bee's nest and I think he had to be taken to the hospital because of the number of stings that he got. Whew, that is like, to me, that is a horrifying thing. I would never want to go through something like that. Like having multiple bees stinging you. No way. No way, Jose. Not to this girl, if I can help it. Robert Gonzalez. I haven't watched Love is Blind. I know the show. My sister really likes that show. But no, I've never watched it myself. Ooh, yeah, Drew Peacock, the Welts. No, thank you. All right, I'm going to put in a quick reminder here that my next live stream is tomorrow night, Monday night, at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. Would love it if all you guys came back. Why are my emojis not working? Come on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I will be back on live stream tomorrow, usual schedule, 8 p.m. Central Time, Monday night. I want to give a shout out to my wonderful mods who are here tonight, Back to the Future and Happy Life. I think it was just you two tonight, so thank you so much for modding. Good night, Ernest. Always a pleasure having you here. Paul says be there. Aloha. Yep. Live stream tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m. Central, like usual. Wonderful mods. Thank you so much. Happy Life and Back to the Future. And then I want to shout out the people who sent gifts. Those people were Reaper, Ernest, Penny Podolsky, Dustin MT, Paper Chase and Jason, White Lightning, and Chad. Thank you guys for your gifts. And then we had some member milestones. So Gianna Forever used his 10-month member milestone chat, and Kirby used his 1 year, 12-month member milestone chat. So thank you guys for being members. Thank you to all of my members. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. Chazi says, have you seen those videos of beekeepers who get bees out of people's yards with no PPE on? Yeah, I admire them. I'm in awe. I don't understand. Crazy. Drew. I'll add you to the list. Thank you, Drew. Oh, dang. Combo. Dono Tower. Yes. Drew. Okay. Okay. Well, Drew is going bananas on the Dono train or on the Dono Tower. So I'm going to read these last few comments here. Chazi said good bye. Hannah Bear. Yaba says good night. Back to the Future. Hannah Mods and chat. Everyone have a great night. Ernest says good night to Back to the Future and Back to the Future. Yeah, I know you said you were heading out, but I was like, I might as well just say I'm going to wrap this up because it's past 2 hours now. Tony, you made it. I'm late. Have a nice night. Sounds good. Wow, beautiful. Weather sounds great in New York. Kevin, good night. Thanks for being here. Paul, I know Drew went crazy right at the end. Chief, peace everybody. Drew, Tony, awesome. Okay, I think I got everybody. Drew, I'm gonna add you to my list. That's like the last. Want to make sure to get your handle here. Drew Peacock. Gotcha. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I will be live again tomorrow night. Last time I'll say it. Tomorrow night, Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Hope to see all of you guys there. It's been really fun chatting with you all. I know there's still 79 people. It's been busy tonight, which is always really fun. But I got to get going because I do have a 9-to-5 job tomorrow. And I got 2 meetings. So bye, everybody. Come on back tomorrow. It'll be more fun. So I'll see you guys in 24 hours. Bye.